So what's the framing for, I hear you ask? Well, glad you asked. It's the next project on the Rural Project. It's time, and it's a long overdue, to get a shower put in here. So I've got a base here for a shower, a waterproof tray. And I've built the stud walls at home. So what we're going to have is, that washing machine needs to just get pulled out there, it's junk. So in that corner there'll be a shower tray, so there'll be 3 sides to that. The front will be open, and then next to it there'll be another stud wall here and a toilet just on the other side. And that there is the pipe coming out the ground that I need to connect the shower and the toilet back to. Now, not being an expert in this, it's not in a great position, but at the time I needed to just decide where I wanted it. I couldn't decide where the shower was going, so I just put the pipe in the concrete, and then I'd have to plumb back. Not a huge issue though, because it's underneath this bench, so it's not like I'm going to hit it and kick it and crack it any more than it's already cracked, which happened when I was getting the concrete done. So this is one of a multitude of future projects that we're going to have on the go here. It's going to be a little while before I get back into this. I've got a few other jobs to do first, but I wanted to get this framing built. Got to work out basically what the height of the shower tray needs to be, so that I can get a fall from the shower tray to where the toilet is, and then from the toilet down to the waste pipe coming out of the ground. I'll work all that out in the future, but I'll bring you guys along when we get into the build of it. Right, well, welcome back. It's been a weird old day out there. This morning was beautiful, but it was forecast heavy rain, and it came down. Now it's cleared, and every now and again the heavens open, the thunder and lightning comes, and it clears again. So pretty weird. But what I decided to do, I did some jobs this morning outside, and now I'm back here. So I'm going to continue the build of the shower unit. Obviously these frames have all been done in the past, so I just temporarily put them together to see what it looks like. So that's the frame that the shower tray will sit on. These inside walls will all get tin sheet. No door, I'm a bit of a nudist, but now there'll be no door because obviously there's no real need for that. And then what I'll do, so that'll be tucked into that corner, and then here there'll be another wall, which is this one, and then the toilet will be set off to a side. Now I've had all sorts of hassle trying to get hold of a toilet. I've been trying to get a second-hand one, and in the end I ended up getting a new one. But look, that will be plumbed in, but won't be in use until we get the house here. But what I'm going to do, as you can see, I've got the pipe work coming out of the ground. That pipe a long time ago was put in when I put the shed in. That goes underground and heads over to the septic system, or to the worm farm. So what I've done, as you can see, made a little bit of a mess with some splashing, but got the pipes in there connected. This table will have to be modified, so that leg will get cut off and moved in that way and then re-welded, and the same with this leg. But we're looking good, starting to get a little bit of progress. So what I'm going to screw this frame together now, just to sort of lock it in shape, and then we'll get it pushed into the corner, leaving a gap, and then we'll see where the pipework needs to come and start connecting that up. Don't connect anything, because I then want to put the toilet in and see how high I need to get the toilet so that it can tee into this pipe. Lots to do. Someone who doesn't really know what he's doing, he's working his way through it all, but I will get there. We'll get there. How hard can it be, right? That one's been used before. All of these have been used before. So I'm just using any old timber screws just some stuff that I've had lying around, so if it's available I'll use it. I didn't want to go and buy all new stuff for this. Right, solid as. Let's have a think about the next steps now. So I'm just putting a brace in here just to keep these two ends the right distance apart, because it will move and it can move. And then because of the way this is, that brace can actually be permanent. The shower tray will be a height in here, screwed to these walls, so this can stay. I've just done a little trial fit, and this corner, that fouls just in the corner frame of the shed, and sort of prevents me pushing it back by sort of that much, about an inch. So I'm just going to saw this off, and as you could imagine there's a nail through there, so I just need, hence the hacksaw, using that just to cut through the nail. And then here we'll get this piece removed, and a little bit of overkill, but look, I want it to sit in flush. I don't want it to be stood out. I want to actually get a couple of screws in to hold this solid in place. See how good the stabilization is on the GoPro. Normal saw now. Like a craftsman at work. Perfection. Now you watch this. You watch this. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Right, good enough for me. Right, we are progressing along quite nicely. So we've got the extra frame up there, so that's where the toilet will go. Gap in the middle, so I need to connect into the pipe in this area. And as you've seen, this one's already. That's the frame that's going to hold the shower tray. When I work out what the height of the toilet needs to be for this one, I'll build a little platform, so maybe sort of as you come in here, you step up onto the toilet base. And obviously that would have been avoided if I'd have put the pipe in the exact right place, but at the time I had no idea where I wanted to put the toilet or the shower. Didn't even know if I was going to follow through with it, but anyway, I decided to, and yeah, this is how it's going to be working out. So I spent a little bit of time figuring out. I had a whole suite of options here, so figuring out how I was going to get this mounted. So that's going to be the way that mounts. So what I've got to do now is the frame underneath there. When this all goes together, as you saw, that it's very dark of this side of the shed. So that grey piece there will be kind of flush with the bottom of the shower tray, and we will be fouling that timber by sort of half of the diameter of that pipe. So what I need to do, get the saw out again. What I need to do is get the saw out and sort of change the thickness, reduce the thickness of this piece of timber, do a big notch in there so that I don't foul this when I come to assemble it. And that is the shower area with the shower tray fitted. This is just temporary there, I just dropped it in just to see what it would look like, actually just to make sure that things weren't too tight, but looking good. Obviously I've got to set the height correctly, and once I set the height I'm going to drill the framing underneath the shower tray, drill that into the sides and hold it secure, and then then the next job after that will be to go in and get some tin sheets and just sort of screw the tin sheets to the side, and then obviously make sure then that it overlaps onto the outside here so the water drips into the tray. I'm not going to do anything fancy for the shower head or anything. It's literally going to be a pipe over the top there with the shower head with a hose. And to start with, I think it's going to be just plumbed into the water tank. There'll be cold water showers, but that's fine, I'll survive. Alright, I have been cracking on today. A lot of this work has been very, very tedious. Well, I find it tedious anyway. Sort of cutting a pipe, cleaning it, gluing it. But yeah, what we've got now, we've got that back pipe in place. So this is where the toilet will go into. And then over there we have the shower installed. And that is the underside. So it took a fair bit of work to get all this together. Very difficult trying to get this frame set at the right height and then screw it in place. Easy on this side, almost impossible on that side, but I got it done. A lot of climbing through this tiny little hole here and getting in there, and concerned I was going to get stuck. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the first water test. Now that hole there for the toilet is still open, so we should see some water come out of there, but I'll just stick a U-bend in there. Let's do the first test. This should drain down to the drain in the middle there. La-di-da, having a shower. Oh yeah, look at that, we got water running. I think we can safely say that is a success. So I've got water draining down there. See there, it's draining into the middle still. So what I'm going to do now, or what I'm going to do, I think tomorrow, I'll get some of the tin sheets. And the tin sheets are going to be clad in all the sides here, but obviously overlapping the edge so the water runs into the tray. We do that on 3 sides, just screw it in place, nothing fancy. Connect up the shower head at the back there. I might have to go get some plywood for that. Just sort of infill in there, something for the shower head to be screwed to. And then that will be complete. What I've got to do here to get the toilet at the right height, I've got to build a bit of a platform. And that'll be a job for tomorrow, but be a similar thing. What I'm actually going to do with this is I'm actually going to clad the inside just with timber, and I think I'll clad this side with tin sheeting. Right, let's get back onto this tomorrow.